All right, let's get this show started. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the live stream, the broadcast. We have a lot to talk about tonight. So I'll just wait for everyone to gather in. But yeah, this is a big day, guys. We have rolled out Neural 1.2. And I think we're really getting to a point now, really simplifying it for people what they need to do. Welcome to the live stream, guys. I can see we have Philip, Martin, and Ryan, and Capania. That's great. Welcome. Welcome. Some very nice bounces here, huh? On Euro CHF into the 15-minute band, huh? Look at that. It's a money printer. It's a money printer. I don't know what to say. It's so good. It's so good, you know. It's really good. It's really good. And I think we have effectively cracked the financial markets. Okay, this is the key, and the key is simple. It's just entropy in a system. Okay. It's just energy in a system, like everything else. It's not that complicated, and people are doing all kind of crazy shit. Moon patterns, fucking Fibonacci Elliott waves, Wyckoff theory, fucking order flow, bullshit. Fuck, no. Take all that and forget it. Forget it. Forget it. The fucking moon patterns. Look, what we have come together and found here is the same conclusion that Red Science Technology and Jim Simmons discovered like 40 years ago. The moon can predict 2 months in the future. Yeah, it'd be funny. But actually, you know, maybe moon phases, like the trading style of moon phases of all that's out there, is probably closer to working than anything else. Probably, if you looked at it right. But this is not the issue. I mean, there's many different trading system and trading methodologies that probably work. It's just that humans cannot do it. We just can't do it. You know, maybe for a little while, but for the average person, so it just doesn't work, right? So all it is that there's just this huge group of people inviting people to come into trading with Instagram ads or crypto scam ads or YouTube tutorials or whatever. They invite these people in and come in, and maybe you know, people can do it for a little bit in the beginning, but they get lost. People get lost, and the reason people get lost is because they were not meant to sit in front of the computer screen and just whack on the buttons and margin long 100x this direction and margin short this way. No, guys, you're supposed to be out there. You're supposed to be out there, living your life, seeing what's beauty this world has to offer, okay? So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna create literally the money printing technique that's gonna allow people to just have it in their phone, in their companion app. They'll just have a money printer, literally a fucking money printer in their phone, and they just put the money in, and it's gonna be in a good way, not that fucking Luna scam bullshit, or where you gotta deposit into some liquidity pool or some bullshit. No, fuck you. That's not the point. No, you will own your money, you'll be in control of your money, and you will deploy your own market making operation from your goddamn phone, and you will remain in 100% control of your funds. Not this liquidity pool bullshit, fucking scam bullshit, rocking fuck. No, you need to stay in control of your money and deploy your market making operation from your decentralized reserves, okay? That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. But first, before we do that, because that's only interesting after we have finished fixing what we need to fix. Right now, we gotta fucking purge the financial world of the forex traders, of the stock traders, of these short-term put action fuckers in America, all these people that's doing short-term trading. We need to fix this first, okay? There's so much. This market is so huge, this forex market and the people trading and so on is so massive compared to crypto that we'll just begin here, because there's so much money to pick up. There's so fucking much money. It's like an ocean. You just gotta bring a fucking bucket, okay? I want you to go to the ocean, okay? I want you, this is the ocean, okay? You just bring a bucket, or bring like a bathtub, okay? Bring a bathtub and then just take a huge chunk of this massive ocean of money for yourself, okay? But only what you can carry. Only what you can carry. If you're getting more than you need, if you're taking more than you need and you're getting greedy about it, you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? Yeah, you might have more than you should for some time, but you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna pay for it. That's for sure. You know, there's so much to life. There's so much life people don't see. There's so much you cannot see it. It's so, we're just lost. We don't grasp the whole idea of what's going on in the world. But I will tell you what's going on. I will tell you my perspective on the world and how I think you should see the world. I think the world is a beautiful place. I think there's a plan. I think there's a greater plan for everything unfolding in front of us. And I believe that we are going to move into an age that, you know, is similar to the Industrial Revolution, where we switched from using humans to using machines for a lot of things. But then in the future, we're going to switch from, it's the same. We're switching from humans to machines that people have access to in their pocket, like ChatGPT, AI intelligence, right? Like everyone now has a super smart alien intelligence in their pocket. They can just use ChatGPT, right? They can do anything. You can code, you can write songs, you can make music, you can make movies. There's so many options to this, right? But it doesn't generate you revenue. So that's what we're here to fix. We're gonna make these algorithms that allows people to make money consistently over and over again. That's what we're here to do. And what this will allow is that normal people that's lost right now, that's living these terrible lives where they're just stuck in jobs that gives them no fulfillment, low salaries, they're being treated like dirt, they're having terrible life. We're gonna fix that. And the way we're gonna fix that is that we're gonna allow these people to access the technology that was secret and only visible and available to the few percentage of the top elite. Those people that's been so greedy for so many years. It's Bill Gates, Jim Simmons, and all these old boys. And there's a reason that these guys accumulate money their whole life, and they just accumulate money and they do a lot of bad shit during this life, and then at the end of it, they realize, holy fuck, you know, holy shit, my time is up. I gotta fucking get going here if I want to buy a ticket to what comes after this. You know, if I want to save my soul from all the evil shit that I've done in this life. And they just like, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna donate it. You know, I'm just gonna take all this money, I'm gonna donate it away, I'm gonna try to do some good with the money, but it's too late. It's too late for these guys. They're trying to buy a ticket to heaven, a ticket to purge their soul of all the evil, and it's too late. They're already like 70 or 80. They've done evil shit their whole life. It's too fucking late. So we're here to fix that. We're gonna fucking take this technology and we're gonna put it everywhere, okay? We're gonna put it everywhere. We're gonna get people back to what they're supposed to be doing. So I think we're gonna have a beautiful future. I think we're gonna have a beautiful future. We are gonna travel the planets, the international, the interstellar ways, and we're gonna see beautiful planets all over the world, the universe, and I think it's gonna be amazing. I think it's gonna be absolutely amazing. So yeah. All right, let's talk about Neural 1.2. What has happened? What is this new update, and what are we bringing? So let's start with the trend index. What we have done to the trend index is we have added these two sections that shows the top uptrending and the top downtrending. And these are essentially two sections where we just take like the most interesting market that's even worth considering looking at and putting them at. But just because that they are in top downtrending doesn't mean that this is a good market. It just means relative to all the other markets that this is the best market to trade if you were gonna do some shorting business. But as you can see with the top downtrending, it's all saying 20%, 25%, 27%, and it's all gray. And then we have one green here at the top, the AUD cat, which is saying building strength, right? And if we look at the top uptrending, we also have two grays and a green. Building strength, right? But the purple one is saying strong trend, and your job is always to look for the strong trend. If you had picked the strong trend since this early morning and you just been trading Euro CHF, you can already see how much money you would have made, right? So you always want to look for the strongest markets, and if you come and you don't see any strong markets, then maybe you just chill out a little bit and just wait until something makes sense. Or you can try to trade some of these markets with less strength, and you can just see, hey, this market has less strength, so how about I just lower my risk and I try engaging with it. That's perfectly fine as well. But overall, you just want to be looking at these top trending, top uptrending, top downtrending, and then you want to find these different markets that is above, I would say, 30% total strength, right? And that's kind of what you want to trade. So that's the trend index, and this should really help people find, know where they should concentrate their resources. All right, that's the trend index, and it gets pretty obvious now when you're watching it, because the market will come and go with strength, right? And you can kind of see when it's starting to build strength and what's happening. So I strongly advise you to just keep an eye on these percentages and just keep an eye on how the market is unfolding. And also, don't interact with this shit down here, that's like below 10% of it. It's not interesting in any capacity. It's not interesting. What we want is strong trending markets. Purple, yellow, green. This is kind of our deal. Orange is good as well, because this tells us that the current active buying algorithms are active, and that means that if the market dumps like it just did here on Euro CHF and it went all down into 15 minutes, and if you were ready for that, you would have bought here, sold here, and then gotten it one more time here, and that's a 4% trade. That's really fucking good money, So just trade the strong trending markets. If there's nothing, then wait. But there's usually always something, right? Okay. All right. Moving along. Beside the new trend index, we have also added this thing called trading sessions. Trading sessions shows you the current upcoming sessions of different markets around the world opening. So you can see right now, it says here, we got the New York Open in Strange. Well, it should be 8:30. It says 8 here, so maybe there's still some adjustments. But basically, what it's gonna show you is the upcoming sessions of this specific market. Okay, and that is important because when New York opens, what happens is essentially that all the people in New York, all the banks, all the hedge funds, all the corporations, all of the business world wake up at the same time and is like, oh, well, we gotta do business today. And all these orders that they have and all this different business around the world all get sent to the banks or whoever is executing the orders. And then that volume and all those pending transactions that everyone needs for the day is just waiting for the market to open so they can push it through. And then as soon as the market opens, all those orders is gonna go through. And that's why you get these liquidity zones where a lot of volatility starts to come in. The reason that we get a lot of volatility when New York opens is because that the demand and the demand and what the supply that's actually available, the demand just overflows the supply that's available. And that means that because of all the people trading at the same time, you have a lot of volatility that shows up. Let me see if I need to refresh here. It should have been right. New York. Okay, well, we're gonna fix that. So I can see also on the sessions that we have some upcoming news. And basically what we have done is we have integrated economic calendar into the charts, into Navigator. So you don't have to go to FX Daily anymore to find out like what is the news today and so on. It will just show up on your chart and you can just see, all right, 8:45, we're gonna have some news, we're gonna have something. And that means that you can much better anticipate how you're supposed to position yourself if there's like news around the corner, or if there's going to be a new session that opens, new market, a new a market opening somewhere in the world. And Andrew says that you can adjust the sessions in here. That's true. And it should be according to London UTC time. So yeah, you should be able to adjust it in here to your own personal preference and what you need. But the default options should also be correct, I believe. So we'll keep an eye on that. It looks mostly correct to me. Asia ends at 5, opens at 8. Well, we'll have a look. And make sure it's correct. But you get the idea. You can see the upcoming volatility. You know better how to position yourself and what to do in the face of the news and what's gonna happen. So this is pretty cool, Beside this, we have also added the stop loss down here, so you don't have to really think too much where it should be. Just zoom out and you'll be able to see it. Let me know if you have any questions to this, guys. Now, something else that we have also added is that we have added the current RTD, the new RTD that we have developed, to all the time frames. So that means now you can zoom out to 15-minute time frame and you can see much more context for how this market has traded in the past. And just look at this. Look at the beauty of the money being printed. Look at that 1 hour entry. Holy fucking shit, right? Woof! Look at that. Look at the trend transitions. It's perfect. It's really good, It's really, really, really good. So you can also go to 1 hour. So that should help us not to be confused about the old RTD anymore. This only uses the new RTD, so it will always show you the correct values. We've also changed the color of these bands out here, so you now can always see them. It's a little bit easier to see. So that is some pretty awesome changes all the way around. But don't forget, we do the majority of our business on 1 minute time frame, so we can get in and out of the trades we need to get in and out of. All right. You know, this is probably the last update you will see from us for a little bit of time. And the reason I say that is because the next update will be Nero 2.0. And you might as well guess it, what Nero 2.0 is gonna bring. Because that is really where this is gonna become something truly beautiful. Daluzzi says the bot, and I know this guy. Oh man, he's been waiting for the bot for a long time. He's like, where is this fucking bot? You know, he said a few weeks. He said a few weeks in May, and here we are. No fucking bot yet. Where is it? It's coming. Don't worry, it's coming. So yes, in the Nero 2.0 version, we will release the first version of the automation, the AI that's gonna operate this for you. Now, let me explain something, because I want you to think about this AI as any new technology. In the beginning, it's gonna be unstable. It's not gonna be super safe. There's gonna be a lot of different problems. There's gonna be a lot of different bugs. There's gonna be a lot of things for us to figure out how to deal with, okay? It's just like when Tesla released their first, you know, auto driving cars. People were, you know, they had like this auto lane control. They had to keep their hands on the steering wheel. Well, what happened was, you know, people fell asleep in the cars, and then the cars would malfunction because it was very early technology. And as they malfunctioned, you know, some people died because they fell asleep and the car drove into like the back of a truck. And, you know, there was a few incidents like this, but not, you know, not many compared to how many vehicles was driving. But there will be, you know, there will be some casualties. Okay, so let's just get that straight. There's gonna be some casualties. This will all be part of our program to work out the automation and make sure that it works like it should. So yeah, I'm fucking excited. I can't fucking wait to deploy an army of people with this technology to make them rich. It's gonna spread to the whole world. Everyone is gonna be running Nero. Do you understand? It's gonna, we're gonna plug this in and we're gonna kill the financial system with Nero, okay? And then you're gonna buy Bitcoin with your profits. Because I'm gonna tell you, the fiat system is collapsing, and this is a weapon to accelerate that. And if you just collect your profits and you keep them in fiat, if you keep them in, you know, dollars or euros or whatever, no, it's wrong. It's not the point. The point is to kill the fiat system and replace it with a new system, because all the evil in this world exists in that fiat system, and this is their last tool. This is their last weapon that they have. You know, before they had information, and we managed to take that away with the internet. We democratized, you know, we opened the knowledge, the hidden books of knowledge to the entire planet of Earth, right? And now anyone can become an engineer. Anyone can take a course on becoming an engineer and take the entire study online, but it used to be reserved for the few, right? But now we open source that. One of the only few things that's left in this world that is controlled by these central authorities that is inherently evil people, in my opinion, is the fiat money. But we gotta fix that. So the profits you make, gonna keep it in Bitcoin. Keep it to yourself, okay? Bitcoin is gonna make a fucking pump. Bitcoin is gonna go to $1 million. It's gonna go to $5 million. It's gonna go to $10 million, okay? And not only are you gonna get rich from Nero, that's gonna make you money, but when you take that money and you put it into Bitcoin, it's gonna compound, it's gonna grow, it's gonna 5x, it's gonna 10x. So it's like you have a chance here to drastically change your life and start a new path for you and your future generations, okay? And you will be the leader. You're gonna be the one showing these people the future. So guys, this is really big, okay? This is really big. And I just want to clarify, you can be as rich as you want, but no more than that. Once you start to get greedy, and it's very hard, you know? It's very hard becoming rich and then not letting it change you. And it's very hard to live a life, you know, it's very easy to live a life where you just value material possessions your whole life. But that's not the point, okay? There's so much more to life. You know, you can go fishing. You can go fishing. And you can go fishing and you can go do whatever you like. But my point is that don't value these material possessions, you know. It's not happiness. You know, it's not what we think it is. It's false gifts, you know. The real gift is you. The real gift is you and what you have inside of you and what you're gonna do with it and the life you're gonna live, the memories you're gonna make, the experiences that you're gonna make. So I want to help with that. I want to accelerate that for everyone. One of the reasons that I'm so passionate about this is, you know, my mom lived her entire life doing the same job. She has worked the same job her entire life since she was, I don't know, 25, and now she's like 63, 64, I think. And for these 40 years, she just had the same life, the same shitty bosses, the same shitty shit, you know, and just kind of been stuck in this trap of just being, you know, a government employee with terrible leaders and terrible people, you know. So this is not what life is supposed to be about, you know. Life is supposed to be beautiful. It's supposed to experience the world and everything that is. And I don't want to see people trapped in these dead jobs, these sad slave jobs that provides them no happiness. They have no, you know, every day they come home, they're just drained of energy because the job sucks so much that they do. And there's so many people in these positions, right? Look, we need to give people jobs that makes them happy. We need to give people jobs that makes them fulfilled, that makes them happy, so they can come home to their family, their kids, and everything around them, and spread that happiness and positivity that they got at work. You know, work is not supposed to be this slave job. It's supposed to be something you wake up and it's excited about, and you're working in a job that, you know, you're passionate about. You're working on something that means something to you, and you feel like it has a purpose. It's not just like a fucking Excel sheet that you're slaving away at, right? We need to fix this shit. We need to fix this shit. We need to free the people from these terrible jobs, right? So they can bring happiness to the family, and this can spread. And I know maybe people will say it's like a dystopian, not dystopian, we'll say it's like a fairy tale, but it's not. Because once you turn Neural on, you see just how much money can be generated in these financial markets. And this is what's gonna happen. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring this technology to every single person in the world, and they will have the option to generate money from their fucking pocket, right? And it's gonna be fair, because people are gonna have to work a job to make some kind of capital money, to have some kind of money that they can work with. And only after they have worked for a bit, where they have saved up money, will they be ready to take this money and put it into Neural and make it generate money for them, right? So people are still gonna have to work hard in life. They're still gonna have to try. They're still gonna have to do all these things that life is about, which is, you know, trying and experiencing, you know, hard times, and then learning how to get past those hard times, and then how to live a happy life. You know, it's all about it's all about these experiences that we these risks and experiences we take in life, right? So that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. We're here to defeat this fucking evil that's currently draining all our male soldiers, draining the capital through these fraudulent financial marketplaces that just has turned them crazy, delusional, because there's all these guys. Like, you go to Twitter, you see all these fucking assholes just fucking inviting NPC people, like normal people, the average people, just inviting them into these casino platforms to do high leverage gambling, high leverage trading, and it's fucking terrible because they lose. They always lose, and not only they lose, but they get hooked. They get hooked like some fucking drug, once they had one win, they're fucking hooked, and they will keep feeding this market and giving back everything they have, right? We gotta stop this. We need to stop it, and we can stop it. We have the technology for that. All right, US Open in 2 minutes. All right, I can talk all day, guys, but if you have any questions to the new tag or anything, I'm happy to answer them. Oh, look at that. Euro CHF is going up now, 71%. That's very good. That's as strong as they come, Oh, and AUD CAD is coming up, and silver euro. Oh man. So you can see here on Euro USD right now, you can see that the driver, the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute, we don't really have any strength here. They're also just layered together here. So you wouldn't really be engaging with this. It's just not strong enough that we really want to be buying this 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. But the 1 hour looks good. So what we would like is really for it to just go straight to the 1 hour and be able to pick up the trades here. But we don't really. There's not really enough strength here. I mean, you can try play around with it and so on, but the best thing to do is just to focus on these market that already has built strength. Because if this thing starts dropping hard, right? We got US Open right now. If this thing starts dropping hard, right? There's not really much here that's gonna help it stay alive. It's not really gonna find much support until it comes down to the 1 hour. You can just see this 1 hour candle. I mean, this 1 minute candle already is quite some strength, So let's keep an eye on this. Sarangan is asking for a Honda NX Type R. I don't know what that is. That sounds cool. Sounds very cool. Just remember helmet. Ed is asking, is it possible to code something? Move your stop loss, automatic move all. Yeah, my friend, don't worry. It's just gonna do it for you. It's just gonna look like magic on a screen. It will be like a fairy tale. It's just printing money, okay? It's gonna be absolutely beautiful, okay? Yeah. Sanya says the new stuff looks good. Yeah, I agree. Thank you very much. Money Matters is asking about GPP CHF. So let's go have a look at that. So what we can see already on the trend index is that the 15 minute, the 5 minute, and the 1 minute is, there's not really much here. So it's a little bit too early. You could also see if you hover over, it says weak strength, right? We don't really have it right now. We don't really have the strength that we want. The only place we got strength is the 1 hour. And you can actually see that it did visit the 1 hour and it produced a very nice bounce, as we could. But we also lost a lot of the 1 hour strength on this bounce, right? You can see here, it was something like, well, it was stronger and then it really dived down. So it was probably higher before. But yeah, again, it performed very well. So that's good. Just Print is asking about taking profits. Look, there is definitely some experience that you will learn as you start working with Nero, which is when you should take your profits, okay? And all I'm telling you is, as a starting point, as soon as you can take your profits, you need to take them, okay? As soon as you get any kind of bounce, you need to take it, right? So you would be taking it here, or you'd be taking it here already. It's all relative to what the market is doing. As soon as you see something that's green, any position, you just fucking close it. You close it and you put it back in as long as the trend is intact. This is about generating money. Don't worry about these earlier positions that you got into. Don't worry about them, because most of the positions that matters happens down here at 15 minutes and 1 hour. All right, guys. Let me know if you have any other questions. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. This looks exactly like AUD in $0 for like 2 weeks ago, It's just so simple, the financial market. I don't understand how we made it so complicated. I don't understand. And I think that's a scam. I don't know what the fuck these earlier gurus, trading gurus, and all these assholes were doing. It's so simple. It's just energy in a system. It's so simple, guys. All right. 25 minutes left, guys. So get your questions in. I'm assuming the reason that there's not, beside all these questions so far, I'm assuming the reason there's no more questions is because that it's finally clear what you need to do and how you need to do it. It's a good mix, It only took 4 years to come to the conclusion of Nero. I started working on X mode it was even 2018. So 5 years it has taken to arrive here. 5 years. Yeah, so New Academy is pretty, I think it's pretty much done. I think it's, of course it can be better, it can be shorter, whatever, but I think we're ready. I think we're ready to pump this out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the traffic for Breakfree Trading. And that, I'll tell you, back in the days of 2020, when we were running max traffic on Breakfree Trading, we were spending $30,000 a month in Facebook ads and YouTube ads, okay? And right now we're spending like, I don't know, in a month, maybe like $2,000 or $3,000 something. So it's like, it's minimal. It's just like tiny bit. We're not pushing right now, but we will. You're gonna see a lot of people. You're gonna see a lot of people, guys. All right, let me see some questions here. How I feel about the results produced in the group. I think it's good. I think it's good, and I do understand people make mistakes, and it's completely okay. For me, I'm really happy with all the people that has participated in the early access to Nero, because I have, go back to see what we launched, back in May, and then compared to what it has become now, I think it's super successful that we're able to see all the problems people have, all of the confusion, and the improvements we have delivered since then. Is the product Nero 1.2 versus Nero 1.0. The 1.2 version is like 10 times better, 100 times better, right? So I'm super happy, and I also understand, most of the problems and errors that people have had is really just human error execution, right? It's not that they don't know what to do, it's just that they get a little bit lost. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that. And your job will no longer be to update orders. It will just, like, guys, it's gonna be like magic. Can you imagine the day that this thing rolls out and you no longer have to set your positions, individually with the stop loss and measure the risk and all this bullshit that you have to do right now? Look, I will compare it to like the old version of the original Breakfree Trading algorithms on TradingView, and you had to like sort your chart in a very specific way. You had to scroll it, and you had to like put the lines correctly, and you had to like not duplicate the orders, and there's so many steps you had to do, right? And then the final product would just be this thing that is just running in front of you and just generating money. You're just gonna be sitting, and you're just gonna be watching and be like, oh wow, it just made me another $10 and another $10. It's just gonna be like $10, $10, $10, $10. Jeez. Oh guys, it's gonna be beautiful, okay? It's gonna be absolutely beautiful. Morgs asked if the AI bot will execute for you. Yes, it will. The Lutzi remembers the old times of X mode on TradingView. Yep. OG Breakfree Trader, my man. Ulis is saying his biggest error was trying to trade both X mode and Nero at the same time. Well, you just have to think about Nero like it's the new X mode, okay? It's not that you can't use the old one, it's just that you don't need it. And also because X mode, the last X mode was built around a different concept, a different idea, right? It's not really, Nero is superior in every way. Like if you're doing anything else with the Breakfree Trading products than just trading Nero and going and finding the strong markets, trading this, you're doing it wrong, okay? Like I know we had Sona, I know we had all this, but this is from the past, guys. we did the test, we did the back test. We saw that the BRC strategies, we saw that the BRC and the string strategies just didn't produce consistent enough result. A lot of times what would happen is that people would get a trade on a string trade or BRC trade, they would get filled, the position would sit in profit, and then the market would go to back to the entry or even to the stop loss, right? And this would happen a lot. So what this is an answer to fixing that. That's why we do things the way we do now, because we had to get rid of the stop loss that would temporarily kick us out of a trade even if the market just went deeper for 1 second, right? Yes, you can run the AI bot on a VPS. I think maybe we will even have our own VPS that you can access or buy or whatever, something like that. Ryan says he joined in 2019. He left and now he's back. I don't know what Ulysse is doing. He's saying koi copy, but I don't know what that means. Hello, Steven. Sorry, man, but it doesn't work. We gotta be very straightforward with the people that access this technology. You know, it really has to be crystal clear. And if we need to have multiple discussions, this was not the first time we discussed about if 10% was fair or not. But if we need to have multiple discussions about whether it's fair or not, then you're not seeing the big picture here. And you know, this is not going to be for everyone. You know, there's a lot of people applying for neural access every day, and so on. This will not be for everyone. It won't be, and people will be removed on an ongoing basis. And you know, that's how it is. This is not going to be a product for everyone. That's clear. This is going to be a product for the people who understand what, you know, we're here to do and what this will enable them to do. So you can try again. We'll see what happens. Mork7 is asking, when will it come out? I don't know when it's gonna come out. You know, I'm not, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see it, a demo available next month maybe. Let's see, okay? There's a lot of things we need to, you know, there's a lot of different optimizations around Navigator we also need to fix. We need to fix the response time of the bridge. We need to improve connectivity. We need to have backup. We need to have fallbacks for when people close the screen, when people get disconnected, or if our server goes down. Like, just making the bot work in itself to do the things is pretty simple. But because that we're using this unique architecture where you need to run it in a browser on your own computer, there's some challenges we need to solve, but we'll fix it. Like, the hardest part was figuring out the money printer. The money printer was the hardest part to figure out. The bot itself is just a matter of time, right? It's just a matter of time. I mean, you can try to use signal copier, but I don't know how you're gonna copy it. And yeah, just to remember, if you're using like a signal copier, you still have to pay 10% of all your accounts that you are copying neural traits on. Like, you can cheat with this, okay? You can, I know that, but you don't know what I have seen. And what I'm telling you is that if you cheat with this, yes, maybe you will keep a little bit more money for yourself, but you're not gonna live a happy life. You're not gonna have a good time with that money. You're gonna regret that you didn't pay the 10% on the other accounts. And that 10% is what's gonna make the difference for whether you're gonna have a good life with the money you earned truthfully and according to the arrangement, or the money that you stole, okay? And if you wanna be a thief for 10% or 8% or 5% of the money you generate on accounts, be my guest. Like, be my guest, but you're gonna regret it. Also, because if we find out that you're doing something like this, you will be banned. You're not gonna get access again, and you'll literally give away a money printer because of your own greed for 10% more or something like this. It's not worth it. So, but you know, sometimes people in life have to figure out their own mistakes. Edis is asking some technical questions. Look, we'll probably make an EA as well for MQL5, but it's not. One of the reasons we don't want to do MQL5 is that the technology in MQL5, the bots can be reverse engineered. So we will probably do one, but it's not going to be with the full source code inside of it. It will connect to our servers and operate based on that. So these 10% that I'm talking about, if people don't know, is that once you have made back the money that Neural cost for you to operate, right? The subscription fee. Once you have earned back that money, which should happen relatively fast, depending on the account size you're trading, there is a 10% fee on the net profit you generate, right? So let's say if you make $10,000 in a month, $10,000 profit, then you can start by taking $250 away, right? So that's 9,750. And from those 9,750, 10% of that you'll take out and you'll send to Breakfree Trading Foundation in Bitcoin. That's it. So that means that you will pay, 10% of that, then you're about $9,000 left. So you're gonna make $10,000 in profit, and about $1,000 of that, of those profits, you'll send to us. That's the cost. And that is why this technology is so beautiful. We got 12 minutes left, my friends. So if it works, Jackson is asking, if it works, why not pay the 10%, use it with FTMO 5%ers or other funded program using other people's money? Okay, let me explain something about the funding program. The funding programs, all of them are not real markets. These are simulated markets. All of the trades, even on the live account they give you, are not real accounts. What prop firms are is a way for private companies to sell a broker service without licensing, without getting a license for being a broker, because it's hard to get a license for a broker. But because everything they do is simulated trading, they don't need they don't need a broker license to give you an MT5 account. Now, the problem, you can try to operate this strategy with the funding providers, and I hope we can find a way to also make it work. But there is some limitations from these funding providers, which is there's many, which is sometimes you cannot trade during news, sometimes you're not allowed to trade in a specific way, sometimes there's all these different rules, these minimum trading, there's all this bullshit, the max leverage you can take, required stop loss, all this bullshit is just there to make you lose. Okay, funding programs are a trap to make money on the people, on the 99% of people that lose money in financial markets. So it's not that you can't apply it on a funding account, but the problem is that their terms of service, and you can go read on Trustpilot for FTMO, the 5%ers and all these other big funding companies. The problem is that in the terms of service for the funding companies, they have an article that says they can literally disqualify and remove your account without any reason if they want. And they don't even have to pay you if they don't want to. They can just cite some reason that you should not be paid. And they have done this to many, and you can go read it. But in comparison to how many people that's actually trading, it's only like 1 out of maybe 1,000 people that actually gets a payout. So the business model for these prop funding companies is just like pay the winners, disqualify them, but keep selling this service. Another point about the funding prop, the funding and the prop firms is that these guys, a lot of them are targeting American users. And the reason they're targeting American users is because in America, it's hard to get access to high leverage. It's hard to get access to trading, forex and so on. So the prop firm companies, they sell this service so the Americans think they can buy it and actually use it, but they can't. They can't, because it's a trap. They're never gonna win. They're never gonna win. Even if they win, even if the funding accounts win, they will disqualify them. It's a trap, my friends, okay? But we will take them down. We will take them down, I promise you. We're gonna develop a funding strategy. We're gonna develop a FTMO 5% strategy that our boys, our warriors, our army can take and go fuck these guys, destroy them until their business don't exist anymore, because they are pure fucking evil, okay? But right now, the strategy is not set up to really be compatible with all these rules that these guys have, okay? Yeah, this is self-funded. You bring your own capital, okay? What is the minimum capital to start with? I think it depends how much leverage you can get. You need about $500 at least to be able to survive the drawdown of the strategy that you need to survive, okay? We're gonna fuck these prop firms, I promise you. We're gonna take them all apart. We're gonna take them apart. All right, guys. 5 minutes or 7 minutes left. You get your questions in, guys. Look at these markets coming alive. AUD CAD coming alive. Silver coming alive. What is silver doing? Oh, Lord. Jesus Christ, huh? These guys know how to dump. Let's try again. 5 minutes. Jesus Christ. Look at that shit. What is that? It just went from 23 to 22.6. Wow. Bitcoin and Ethereum will be added back to the index very soon. Very soon. Okay? All right. Well, guys, I'm just, I'm very happy that everyone is here and watching this and being part of this new tribe that we're creating together. I'm really happy we can do this together. A few months ago, 6 months ago, I was doing these live streams and there was like 5 people in the chat. It was like 5 people watching. It was my girlfriend, and it was Steve, and then Martin, and pretty much just us, and PK was there, and then, 2 other guys. So now we have, we're like 35, 30 or whatever, it's nice. It's very nice. We're about to start something huge here. This is gonna be massive. The world has no idea what is coming. It's gonna be a beautiful future, guys. I promise you. Just stay positive and just have faith. I promise you. It's gonna be a beautiful future. Beautiful. Tom K is in our inner circle chat. This is just a good example, when some seller just comes online and there's just no liquidity. It's like,
But you just think about the poor souls that's been buying this, and they have no idea how much active selling algorithms is active right now, you know. But yeah, if you're gonna short metals, it looks like this is about to be pretty awesome. The silver euro pair. It looks good. We have good strength on 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minute, 1 hour. You know, it looks very nice. Short it here, short it here, short it here, short it here. Humans in the chat. All right, Cuba. Good to see you, man. Guys, you know, I'm just excited. I'm just excited to see the face of these hedge funds once we roll this technology out, and all these hedge funds and all their proprietary technology is just open source and available to the whole world. You know, these guys, the hedge funds, all these guys, they were supposed to solve this years ago for humanity. They were supposed to bring this technology forward so everyone could use it. And you know what they did? They kept it to themselves because they were greedy fucks. They were greedy motherfuckers. And they were supposed to bring this technology to everyone so everyone could generate money from this. But they didn't. And the pension funds fucked up, the banks fucked up, they're all greedy. They're misallocating people's money, and it's so bad. So we're here to fix this. We're gonna fix this shit. Gonna put this right back on the track where it's supposed to be, okay? All right, guys. Thank you for coming to the weekly live stream. I'll be back next week, same time. And I can't wait to hear how much money you guys have made next week, all right? So just stay positive, stay humble, don't be greedy, don't be greedy, don't be greedy. Don't oversize your trades. Keep the risk exactly as I've outlined. The second you start to risk too much position size on 1 minute or 5 minutes or 15 minutes, anywhere, you have fucked up. And you need to fix it immediately because it doesn't work. It simply doesn't work. It's like it breaks. The whole entropy system that makes this works breaks. The second that you start to increase your risk in 1 minute or 5 minutes, you have to keep it according to the rules. And don't forget, we have a PDF manual. We have an inner circle community on Telegram. We have our Kajabi community. We have our Facebook community. If you need the manual or if you need the academy videos, they're here on YouTube. They're also on Facebook, and they're also in the Kajabi community and academy, right? So just go find those and make sure you don't over risk. If you over risk, you're literally giving our enemy more money, right? And that's not the point. The point is to take money from the enemy, not give them more, right? If there's anyone in the chat that's lost, you don't know how to get started, what to do next, go watch the academy on the Breakfree Trading. It's in the same YouTube channel that we have here, right? Just start with lesson 1, do lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 3.1, okay? It will all help you get started. Thanks for coming to the live stream, guys. I'll see you next week.